When considering the failed marketing campaigns of the past, many come to mind, but most notable and most recently is the failure of Burger King, which involved a full-page ad in the New York Times and a tweet that read, "Women belong in the kitchen." The tweet was deemed sexist and insensitive. However, behind the facade of this horribly executed marketing failure lies an excellent and inclusive initiative. So, how did they get it so wrong? Well, the campaign launched on International Women's Day 2021 and centered around the fact that only 20% of the chefs in the US are women. The business was aiming to close this gender gap by offering a scholarship program that would help women pursue their culinary dreams. However, the message behind this campaign was not delivered, and the backlash was swift and brutal, with every major news publication condemning the business for its thoughtless words with accusations of insensitivity and sexism. Burger King attempted to explain this in a series of follow-up tweets, which included the follow-up comment, "Only if they want to, of course," which was a swift response to the backlash, attempting to spin the narrative in their favor, before apologizing and removing the tweets. Some argued that perhaps it was only one person that made the poor choice to post the tweet. However, it was clear that this was planned and not just a mistake, as they also paid for a full-page ad in the New York Times with the same title, which cost the business 4.287 times the amount given to each scholarship recipient. This highlighted the campaign as a thoughtless marketing stunt which only cared about the business and not the women. The business attempted to establish a point of difference by highlighting a positive aspect of their business that other fast food chains were not targeting. They attempted to heighten awareness around their business's corporate social responsibility by promoting a solution to remove gender inequality in the culinary world by poking fun at a serious topic. This failed and was deemed a poorly executed marketing stunt with weak creative ideas that only attempted to boost the brand's image and not support the women. The marketing strategy broke down through the implementation stages of marketing communications. The idea behind the message was to be inclusive and empower women. However, the choice of media and the words chosen to implement the messages fell short when attempting to direct the message to their target audience. The scholarship was aimed at school and university-aged women looking to begin their culinary careers. The business displayed a failed use of traditional and digital media by launching this on Twitter, as most Twitter users are men above the age of 25, and the New York Times has a readership that is predominantly older generations. Their target market was missed and not clearly defined. By choosing to launch their strategy on social media, the business also left themselves open to many channels of noise, which created barriers around the original message, with all users being able to provide commentary and deterring from the original message. The message lacked direction, with the implementation of the marketing strategy being filtered down through the other marketing factions of the business, as there was an apparent lack of communication and integration, which led to the message turning into a sexist failure.
Burger King's marketing campaign for their female chef scholarship program is a prime example of a campaign which lacks any real sense of integrated marketing communications. Analysing this further, their marketing campaign lacks any audience-based focus around it. Burger King fails to advertise on a plant-based research philosophy, as they seem to misunderstand the impact of using a sexist stereotype for marketing. What they could have done was some pre-testing of the advertisement with focus groups in order to get a consumer's viewpoint on whether it may be effective or not. However, they failed to correctly integrate marketing communications or perform little to any market research on how the advertisement may be responded to by consumers. Moving on, Burger King's campaign involves the usage of both traditional and digital media to engage female chefs and general consumers. They're not just directing their marketing campaign to female chefs, say through a job seeker or other job hunting websites. Burger King are actually attempting to use a viral marketing strategy in order to widen the reach of the advertisements to general consumers using Twitter. They were hunting for a reaction from the misogynistic tweet. Why would they do that, and how did they do that? We continue on from traditional and digital media and look to the marketing they use to broaden the viewership of the first and second tweets. They did this with the use of clickbait. What is clickbait? Clickbait is when someone utilizes a hot topic or controversial opinion to attract a consumer into clicking a link, reading an article, watching a video, or more. In this case, Burger King uses the headline "Women Belong in the Kitchen" to engage consumers on Twitter and make them click on the tweet or view it. This subsequently gets them to see their second tweet with the information regarding the Female Chef Scholarship Program. Also, they use the headline "Women Belong in the Kitchen" in the New York Times article to attract readers' attention, leading them to go on and read about the rest of the article, which was, of course, the Female Scholarship Program. Following the clickbait point, Burger King executive actually came out and said, quote, "It was our intention to undermine an outdated stereotype," unquote. So they intentionally created a headline to cause controversy within this Twitter community, an uproar in fact. This caused more people to view and interact with this tweet, and it subsequently blew up over Twitter and social media. Using this unethical marketing technique to attract viewership would explain why they used two different tweets instead of one bulk tweet for the headline and leave the "Women Belong in the Kitchen" headline as its own individual tweet. This comment continued to harm their reputation as backlash ensued, with people being unhappy and calling the one who made the statement ignorant for their marketing methods. A marketing executive actually came out and said, quote, "As a marketing executive, let me tell you this is the right move," unquote. This may be because such a controversial statement attracts a significant amount of people to view the tweet and then the campaign, broadening their target market and viewership. They wanted people to see through the clickbait slogan they used in order to read the real aspect of the advertisement. Whether or not this was more effective compared to a less controversial campaign still remains unclear.
One major influence that inspired Burger King to launch this marketing campaign can be linked to brand positioning. To successfully achieve brand positioning, companies must create strong and favourable brand associations in the mind of the target audience. Burger King's marketing team identified a lack of gender diversity in culinary chefs. This presented an opportunity that could achieve favourable associations and even increase the consumption rate of females in Burger King stores. How Burger King failed to execute brand positioning. Fast food restaurants have been labelled to be more of a male-orientated food service. This inspired the idea to position their brand as a gender-neutral food option, noting that only 20% of chefs are women. Burger King used this information to try and differentiate themselves by encouraging more women to work in their kitchens. Burger King's marketing team wanted to come up with a unique selling proposition that no other companies possessed. Burger King concluded on a campaign promoting 2 cooking scholarships for females, a first in the fast food industry. This marketing campaign would hopefully achieve positioning Burger King's brand as a progressive social leader and a gender-inclusive franchise. The campaign kick-started through Twitter, quoting "Women Belong in the Kitchen," much later explaining their initiative. The attempt to deliver this message in a humorous manner sparked outrage, labelling the company as sexist and misogynistic, contradicting their intentions and jeopardising their business image. To make matters worse, their intended audience were the main source behind the outrage, further declining female appeal around the company. Therefore, concluding that Burger King failed massively in the execution of trying to position their brand as inclusive and progressive. Furthermore, we discuss Burger King's failed media plan strategies. Burger King's media plan strategies were careless and poorly executed. The first step of Burger King's media strategy was to gain attention on social media through an edgy comedic angle around the stereotype that women generally spend most of their time in the kitchen. This was not taken lightly by social media users, as no context about the initiative was previously announced. The careless joke backlashed massively, causing negative publicity and criticism around the franchise. This further caused a major halt in the time plan, as executives had to clear the air and apologise for the poor deliverance of their campaign. Burger King's failure in media scheduling. Probably the largest contributing factor to Burger King's failed integrated marketing campaign was the timing and scheduling of their media releases. Burger King released their controversial tweet on the 8th of March. This is otherwise known as International Women's Day, a day the world celebrates the achievements of women and seeks gender equality. Burger King's derogatory and degrading comment could not have been timed any worse, as users said the tweet was tone deaf, pledging not to eat at the restaurant. Burger King further failed to post their second tweet in efficient time, resulting in only one half of the story being covered. Results showed that the "Women Belong in the Kitchen" tweet received 527% more engagement. Furthermore, through all the negative attention this campaign received, Burger King continued to execute their media plan. They later posted a full-page ad costing $150,000 US. Being under the scope, marketing experts called out the company, saying their gender-liberating campaign wasn't genuine, as they noted the ad costed more than 4 times the amount of money than the actual scholarships themselves.
Burger King's initial campaign was flawed, as its attempt of humor came across as sexist and ignorant. Instead of trying to empower women to pursue their culinary careers, the campaign seemed to mock the important issue of female empowerment, and the tweet came across as backhanded. Therefore, the question must be asked, how could they do it better? If we were to redo the campaign, we would focus on positive stories and triumphs of female chefs with a campaign we would call the Burger Queens. Tally 2018 states that as of 2016, 51.9% of all college-educated men cook at home, and 33.2% of less than high school-educated men cook at home. This compared to the 68.7% of college-educated women and the 72.3% of less than high school-educated women suggests that women are more likely to have cooking experience as they cook at home more often. However, in the United States, only 25.8% of all chefs are women, so there is a clear disconnect. Our campaign would focus on many of these women who already have these culinary skills and engage them to further their passion for cooking. Furthermore, we would like to encourage younger girls to develop this passion if they wish to. The campaign would be launched on social media through posting photos through various platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We suggested there should be a spokesperson who represents the message that we are trying to send. The campaign should center around a successful woman who has built her way up from the Burger King kitchen to one of the finest chefs in the world. We would focus on her success and use her story to inspire young women to do the same. This would also be coupled with photos and videos of other women who work at Burger King, and would include them sharing some of their stories and the reasons they became chefs. Additionally, we would hold a competition with the hashtag #BurgerQueens, encouraging women from all walks of life to share their favorite burger recipes on their social media. The initiative would encourage girls to jump in the kitchen only if they wish to and get creative with their culinary skills, showcasing why they deserve to be the next #BurgerQueen. The public would be invited to vote for their favorite queens, creating customer connections with the business. The winners would be crowned Burger Queens and would be invited to the Burger King headquarters to participate in the making of the new #BurgerQueens menu, and would also go in the running to win one of the many scholarships on offer. This experience will be documented to the business's social media accounts and would showcase the talented and powerful women who deserve an equal opportunity while having the bonuses of repairing brand image, promoting awareness about the brand, and creating a point of difference, encouraging people of all genders to purchase from Burger King. Furthermore, the marketing campaign would be accompanied by a Burger Queens kids menu. The menu would involve toy spatulas and chef's hands to plant a seed in young children's minds that they can achieve anything, no matter what gender they identify as. Overall, our Burger Queens campaign would be quite cost-effective, as most of the campaign would be conducted on social media. Most of the foreseeable costs would come through the payment of the spokesperson, the running of the contest, and the payment of the new toys in the new Burger Queens menu. However, it should not be much, and it would most certainly help spread our message and promote the female culinary scholarships. Hopefully, through our redeveloped plan, we may be able to create more Burger Queens.